So when we talk about the criminal justice system, there's a lot of different variables, a lot of different things that go into it, and there's two sides to it. A lot of times people don't realize, but the criminal justice system isn't just the side that offers an employment opportunity. There's the side that I've experienced that offers the prison opportunity as well. So we'll dive into that. But before we go too far, I want to talk about a couple things with you guys, if we could. So me and my daughter, my wife, this is my wife, Tanique. My daughter, my wife, and I have a 7-year-old. Hopefully none of you guys have kids, because believe it or not, my 7-year-old, she gives me a run for my money every single day. She's just like me, more like her mom, but you didn't hear that from me. So we was watching this movie, and the movie was called The Hate U Give. And what the movie really struck, it struck a chord with me, because what it really attacks is preconceived notions and biases. And if you guys don't know what biases are the things that we believe in our head in order to protect ourselves before we are 100% aware of a situation. So what I didn't realize is that the preconceived notions that we have actually are in place to protect us. So one of the preconceived notions that this story attacks is this story is about a girl who grows up in an impoverished neighborhood. And although she grows up in an impoverished neighborhood, her dad wants a better life for her, so he pays for her to go across the county to go to a school in an upper class neighborhood. So she basically, the whole entire story is she's living two different lives. When she goes to school, she's one person. When she comes home, she's one person. And the point of the story was she went to a party in her neighborhood and one of her best friends got shot and killed. And the whole movie, the conversation was very different from the school she went to and the people that experienced and heard about the loss of the young man that got shot and killed compared to the neighborhood she grew up into. And a lot of these things that were discussed were the preconceived notions and biases I'm sure we all had. So the reason I wanted to start with this is just so we can kind of use it as an icebreaker, kind of make sure that everybody's relaxed, everybody is good to go, because some of the things that we discuss may be uncomfortable. Some of the things that we discuss may be unorthodox. Some of them, for lack of better words, my wife calls me goofy. But I think that they're very important, because I think that as we begin to talk about this judicial system, and whatever role you may play in it, the thought process and the level of empathy you can apply to your job is going to actually dictate the level of success you have in that said job. So when we talk about preconceived notions or biases, what are some that you may have? I'm looking for about 3 to 5 answers. What are some preconceived notions you may have? I'll start with one. Black people like eat fried chicken. That's actually real, that I do, but that's a preconceived notion, right? Can anybody else give me one that they may have, or one they may have learned, heard, or grew up believing? Don't be embarrassed, I promise you. You're not gonna, you shouldn't offend anybody, because again, these are our preconceived notions that we all learn. So one thing that I learned, my wife came from Jamaica. She came around the time Usain Bolt won a lot of gold medals, so I thought that she ran track automatically. She's named for that. But again, it was a preconceived notion, right? In my head, I associated the success Usain Bolt had being a Jamaican with her being Jamaican. So we have these thoughts and these preconceived biases in our heads, but the reason that we have these are they're meant to protect us.